Hello traders, welcome back to another video. Going through MNQ today. I need to resize this. There we go. We can hide that. So MNQ Friday 9th of January. I'm gonna show you my stats for yesterday. Some decent profit, nice profit factor, I'd say. So I had quite of even trades because I get like stopped out on one contract I use for my runner. Get some break even, but if you compare the winning to losing, it's a pretty good win rate. Um, so 2 wins for every 1 loss, that's really nice. And over 1 RR, I mean that's also really, really nice. So good, very good day yesterday. Yeah, the shorts were not that good, but obviously we don't really want to go short. If you look at what happened yesterday, it was just a big, big uptrend. Like everything points up. I can't really draw. I did not find any bigger pattern that I thought was nice yesterday, but that happens sometimes. But of course there are some short opportunities, so we should go through it. I took one trade early in the day, so the market opens here for me, my time zone, but I took a trade early in the day. We're in this range. There is a second entry that I thought was, you could count as a third entry, but when you get back up and like full body, no wick, strong candles, I like to recount from here. First entry, second entry. Could probably have taken this as well, maybe. But then we break out. I did not hold this, I was working, so I did not hold it. I took a small little runner, I don't know, it's just one contract there. But it rallied up all the way. And I think that you can't really take this trade. In hindsight, of course you can, but it's not going to work out for you in the if this runs in different scenarios. Maybe we can find something like so. I don't know, it's hard to find a nice trend line that doesn't break here. It's like you can't draw like this. Maybe you can do like this actually, maybe. And then maybe you can argue for it, but I don't like um, those trend lines. So I would not take this, but I would rather take first entry, second entry. No, would not take anything here either. So there's no trade really. I looked throughout the day and thought about entering. Um, I actually did take a trade on MES, just 4 contracts, not much, but there is a. So we can do this, push up break, and then I thought this as a sort of a lower high, and I went short, very late though, and I got only out on break even, but he could have traded this very well, so I just took this trade, but that was one break even. Just wanted to show that. Um, However, let's continue. So what we have in mind is that this is a very big leg up. I don't really know. I can go both sides, short and long, but I don't know exactly. Like maybe is there a... I'm just looking at this candle. It doesn't break, so otherwise you could have traded this as a... If this was one more tick up and then breaks through, you could trade a lower high, but this leg up is strong, so I wouldn't like lower high here either way. So that's just there's not many opportunities before opening. Maybe there's two then, or yeah, there's a few here. I mean, there is some, but you might find some more before that as well. But low volume, uh, a little bit is close to getting good trades at the early stages. But we get new low, and I mean it's a strong pushback. So at this stage, I'm like, yeah, I can go both ways probably today. I know there were some news around this area and also at 4. So I entered here, but I did not enter any trade at 4 o'clock, which is, I don't know what time that is for everyone, but 4 o'clock, half an hour after opening, common news time. So no trades here, but we do get, let's see here, first entry, second entry. I think you can perhaps take this. I did take it super late. This is not a good trade, but I did end up working. The only reason I thought it was good was because of I remember drawing this in real time or something like that. And then you can really enter here. First entry, second entry, off, EMA. Pushes up not to the top, so you have to adjust. Then you have to adjust like this. But then at some point you have to realize that it's pushing down, so maybe better off going short here. Oh. So this could have been a second entry here, short, on this bar, but really bad signal bars, you can't take it really. Let's see here. First entry long. Maybe you could take this as well, maybe. It's not a good signal bar side, just, I mean, it's basically doji. But let's mark it. I don't see, I mean, you can probably find trades. Maybe there's a second entry here you can take. You can maybe scalp out something. I don't find any clear trades at this moment. It was quite messy. The price action is quite, I mean, it's get some nice trend channels though, so you can't complain about that. But we do get a push down. Then I actually took this trade. And for me I was like, well, there is no second entry. But I probably should have entered here, obviously that's the best play. Or you can enter here, because that is actually a second entry or lower high. So enter anywhere here, I think is just very nice. Mine was probably the worst entry time, but it ended up working. 1-to-1, and then tried to go for a runner, but it after this maybe could have exited here, perhaps. But sometimes it just runs close to like my entry, and then it just plummets down. That could have been a case, especially to these parts. I mean, we have a lot of volume here, and we have revisit this area, and we do later, but yeah. That's another win at least, you could say. Revenue high, first entry, second entry. This is also good. I was kinda like, what is going? It was so close getting stopped out here. So you enter here, but obviously it shows this for me because I entered right after this bar finished. And maybe you can enter as it's, like maybe you can enter here. Some people do have that as the strategy, but sometimes you just end up like reversing and it pushes down more. But I mean, you're totally fine to enter here, I think. Because however you draw it is either an overshoot or a break. No matter how you draw the trend line here. And then you're good to go. Just enter. Also see, I'm gonna jump like in the timeline. So we're at 4 here. I did have another trade here because we were in a big consolidation or trading range. First entry, second entry. You can enter here. I entered, got out there and there, so. And then I actually entered right away to the other side, but I entered. I was like, nope, this is not good. This is not according to my rules, so. I mean, we're out of this channel, so, but it's not. First entry, second entry was weak, that's probably why. But that ended up working out very well if I could have held that. This is MES as well. So yeah. I mean, so you do get a break either here or here. And then you get your new high. But I mean, this is like, I don't know what, 60 something, 60 points. It's not a big bullish leg. So that's why you can't consider this. Even though the bar is shit, it's so close to being so good. Because that could be in your trade for the day. You get a scalp, maybe down here. And then you put your runner here and you just hold it, maybe move it. Like maybe on some big wicks you can move it too. Like big wicks are usually good to move your stop loss. So this is your stop loss. It works sometimes moving to big wicks. Sometimes of course it doesn't, but this could have been your trade of the day. But this is not a A+ trade, so I did not take it. I was probably taking a little bit. I usually take a break after the first, especially if there's some news and some things happening. Maybe you should actually like skip trading. You should at least skip entering. I mean, probably here somewhere. And then there's not really any trade. This is I was so close to taking this, I remember. The second entry. It was just not in the EMA, but it was getting a break and get back into this trend channel, so I was so close to taking it. But that is actually, yeah, I redraw it. It's a quite strong pullback. There's no trade. It just rallies up then. That is looking. No, this is not a trade either. If this just broke here, could have taken this second entry. And it's a new high, so no second entries here. Rallies up. Wait, first entry, second, but I can't really after this. Well, the day is very mixed. Oh, what am I drawing? Of course, the day is very mixed. But now we actually broke even higher. So I would not advise taking any shorts here. Most of the time you will get probably like wicked out or something. That just sucks so much. Um, that could have been, I mean, in hindsight, second entry it works well. First, no, it's actually, wait, it's just the first entry. Depends on how this candle developed, but maybe you can take this, I don't know. I skip those. First entry, second entry. New low, yeah, there's no. And now you're getting into the range and it's confirmed here, and then you get a lower high. This is a good trade. And you can scalp out. Here I only took a little bit. I was not entirely sure because of this bar, but I took it and it worked out. I got some ticks there. It's alright. A small consistent wins here. First entry, second entry. No good lower high, but this could have been really good if it was just a little bit lower. Maybe if it was like something like this. If the arrow in itself or the pointy head if is the body and then this is a whole wick, maybe then you can actually trade that. So there's no trade there. And well, there are probably trades here, but I'm gonna skip on. You can probably find a few trades here. First entry up, second entry. Oh, you can take this. You can find more trades, I'm sure. Not gonna go through them all. It would take forever. Obviously, you have to be a little bit careful when it just holds the EMA like this. So because of the context, I'm gonna mark it coral, which is like you can probably take, but it's risky. It ends up working here. But most of the times he will probably get stopped out. I have to be also be a little bit careful here. Maybe you can scalp it a little bit, but gonna mark this. But once you find this, because I think this trend line is actually correct, then you do get a first entry, second entry, clean one of the MA, and you create a new range here. And lower high, maybe you can take it. First entry, second entry stop. The best, but I can also mark this. I remember watching this as well. It's just not good enough. Um, and I took a. I don't know. Why did I take here? Why did I trade this? I don't remember, but I scalped here. Then I went short here. I thought this was a really good trade. First entry, second entry. Entered a little bit lower, which is fine, but I got stopped out. But then I entered again down here, and I got a tiny scalp. I was just a little bit of revenge trading and a little bit of warning sign. I also took a short here because first entry, second entry, and you can scalp out down here, but I exited four contracts and then one contract here. And was that the last one my day? Yeah. Let's look at MES again. Yeah, there's some small trades here and there. There were so many ranges here. And did take a few, but it's the same thing here. But a good day overall. Some nice reads, I'd say, from myself, but it's so easy to go in hindsight and trade these. But I do get some right, and that's the whole point of it, getting a few trades. And I mean, you can't concentrate from here out opening to the basically the end of the trade. It's impossible to get everything right. So I try to have something in the morning, take a break, have full focus around the opening, and an hour, like 50 minutes before, 45 minutes after, full focus, because there are a lot of trades there that usually happen. Take a 30-minute break, and then I continue with some increment trading and with clean breaks. That works best for me. Hope you had some successful trading during this week. I'm really confident in this year. Like like these last 2 days have been really nice with trades, full of them. Um, so hope you got something out of it. Like the video if you watched until the end, and good luck in your trading.